Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited for today's video. It is going to be my December update for my Rolling Project 10 pan. This will be the last update before the finale for 2021. And the last few months I have not been as successful in my project panning journey. I haven't been wearing makeup as much. So I'm kind of excited to just finish out 2021. Maybe use up a few more products, but then just start afresh in 2022. So I do have two goals that I have hit, which I'm super excited about, and I will share those with you today. I'll roll in 2 products just so we do still stay at an even 10 products, but knowing that I likely will not finish up the products that I roll in, but at least I can maybe get a head start and potentially roll those products into my 2022 Rolling Project 10 pan, because I will do this project again next year. So if you guys are interested in my progress and update, stay tuned. First, if you have yet to subscribe to my channel and you like project panning content, or you just like to chit chat about makeup, I would love if you'd consider subscribing before moving on. And other than that, let's jump into the video. Okay, I'm not even gonna save this for the end because I'm so excited to be done with this product. I do have an empty, and I am so excited to say that I finally finished up my Kosas Revealer Concealer. I have been working on this since the beginning of the year. My packaging broke very early on in the year, and I've literally been taping the cap shut. I did pull this stopper out, and you will notice there's still some product still like on the walls. Like there's not a ton of windowing, but if you look down into this, you'll see there is literally like no product left. And what's on the sides of this container honestly is kind of like dried down, I think because of my packaging flaw. So last update that weighed 10 grams, this now weighs 9 grams, and I am considering that an empty, and I'm super excited about it. I did say a couple of times this year that I wasn't sure I would repurchase that. I do enjoy the formula, but because my packaging broke, I'm just worried I'll get another one that has like faulty packaging. So I went back to my Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Concealer, something like that, but I'm just not loving it as much as the Kosas, so I will eventually purchase the Kosas again, because that is my favorite concealer, and I can say that I feel like with full certainty now. Let's pull out a couple products that I don't really have exciting progress on. First up, I have my Buxom Seychelles blush. This is their Wanderlust blush in the shade Seychelles. I use this just about every day that I do my makeup, and this is so slow moving. It is a pretty firmly pressed powder, and I knew that I likely wasn't gonna hit pan on this, but I kind of wanted to just track my progress. But since I've rolled this in, which I believe I rolled this in July, this has weighed 38 grams, and I haven't even seen weight movement in this product. Looking at the pictures, it looks like there's really no change, so I'll keep chugging away at this. This is one of my favorite blushes in my collection. I do kind of want to roll this into next year's project as well and just continue to track my progress throughout the year, because it is an easy blush for me to reach for as well, but that one's not too exciting. This is also not that exciting. This is my Catrice Prime and Fine Poreless Blur Primer. I rolled this in because I didn't have a ton of primers that I was working on, and I thought I was gonna finish up one of my other pore filling primers more quickly than I have. So I really have not been reaching for this one that frequently. This one weighed 32 grams last update, and it still weighs 32 grams. It's still just about full. I really don't feel like I can make a new line marking on this, and I'll be happy just to use this a few more times before the end of the year. This I believe I received in PR towards the end of last year, so it's getting to be about a year old, and it does have a 6-month shelf life. Interesting. Well, this might have to be my primer that rolls into 2022 as well. This Milk Makeup Highlight just isn't moving either. So this is my Flex highlighter in the shade Lit. I originally rolled this in to my project and gave myself a usage goal, but I've decided that with my Rolling Project 10 pan for the year, I want to roll in products that I either want to finish up or hit pan on. So I decided to continue to work on this and try and hit pan on this. This weighed 60 grams last update, and this actually did weigh 59 grams today. So we did see a little bit of movement, but I feel like even when I show pictures, like it doesn't look like I've made any progress at all. I do love this highlight and this formula. You can, so it looks super intense swatched out, but because this is such a buttery soft texture, like honestly, it's such a smooth, thin texture. It's almost like hard to describe. I don't feel like I've felt anything like this before. You can really sheer it out to really just look like this glossy wet finish, or to have this glossy wet finish. I love this highlight. I'm not confident I'll hit pan on this by the end of the year. I will still try, but I'm not confident at all. But that's my progress on this. Hopefully next year, if I don't hit pan this year, hopefully next year I'm able to hit pan on that. This Stila Glitter and Glow I rolled in last update, and this was weighing, and this was weighing 32 grams. This does weigh 31 grams today. I did end up taking the stopper out, and this really has dried out, but I do kind of just grab a little bit at a time when I want to use this. I did dab a little bit of this on my eyes today, and I almost just use it as a dried glitter. I'll put like a glitter glue primer down, and then I'll just like pop this on top, and that's how I've been using it. I don't really feel like I can necessarily make a new marking. This is where it was marked last update, and there's quite a bit coating the walls yet. So I don't feel like I'm going to finish this up this year, but again, maybe next year. I'll have a head start on this, and then hopefully next year I can finish this up. Another product that I don't think I'm gonna finish, that I was certain I would finish a long time ago, is my Urban Decay Primer Potion in the shade Eden. Ooh, it gets so bright when the sun comes out. Okay, well, hopefully I can adjust this when I edit. I'm still like learning my lighting. But anyway, my Urban Decay Primer Potion, this weighed 10 grams last update. It does weigh 9 grams today. So I'm super excited about the weight change, because this has been 10 grams since June. This is so slow moving. When I rolled this in, I thought I was about halfway done. I don't know if that was wrong, but I only have 2 eyes. I haven't actually done my makeup much at all the last like 3 months. So if I had been doing my makeup more frequently, I feel like I could have finished this, but I don't think I'm gonna finish this by the end of the year. So I'll have to roll this one into my next year's project as well. Another product I don't think I'll finish by the end of the year, but I think there was weight change on this as well. So this is my Maybelline Cheek Heat in the shade Rose Vibrant. And I was about halfway through this as well. This is more of a moussey texture, so I do feel like I have to use more product than normal, especially because you really, like, this really can sheer out to just about nothing. So I do end up using quite a bit of product with this, like when I use this. Where am I going with this? Losing my train of thought. This weighed 10 grams last update. It weighs 9 grams today. I still feel like, let's see actually. Can I mark this any different? No, I feel like I cannot mark this any differently at all. And honestly, I feel like maybe I'm like, yeah, still about half. Okay. I don't feel like I'm gonna finish this by the end of the year. It's not my favorite. A part of me like kind of wants to declutter this, just because I do still have about half of this left, and I have so many blushes in my collection, both cream and powder. But then there's like the other part of me that feels like I've committed so much of myself to panning this that I do want to finish this. Unfortunately, I don't feel like this is gonna be something I'll finish by the end of the year, which I feel like I thought I possibly was going to. Some exciting progress on my Tarte Maracuja Tinted Hydrator. I should remark this as well. Let's see. Okay, I just remarked this and I am marking it here. So we did see some good progress from last update to this update. This one weighed, what did this weigh? 30 grams last update, and it weighs 27 grams today. So we saw some good weight change on this. I will say I've been mixing this in with my L'Oreal Pro Glow. This one's too dark for me. My L'Oreal Pro Glow is a little bit too light, so I've been mixing the two together to get use out of both of them, because I am currently trying to pan both of them. I don't feel like I'm gonna finish this up by the end of the year either. I did want to finish this, but I'm just hoping that I've given myself some momentum to start 2022 off well, so that I'll have, you know, all of these like half-used products. So hopefully I'll have a bunch of makeup empties at the beginning of 2022, but I don't think I'm gonna finish that. I do hope to still finish this up by the next update or the finale. I keep saying this is gonna be done the next update, done the next update, done the next update, but alas, here we are. This is the Rare Beauty matte lip cream or creme in the shade Fearless. It is what is on my lips today. It's a really beautiful shade. In my opinion, it's a really comfortable formula. I really enjoy this. This is something that if I were to make my way through other lip products in my collection similar to this, I would consider purchasing this again. I thought this would be really easy to just use up really quickly, just because it is such a small product, but it is proving to take a long time to get through. I have not taken the stopper out of this one, and I don't know if I will or will not. I will need to be a little bit more consistent with my use on this in order to finish this up. This did weigh 16 grams last update and it's still weighing 16 grams, but I'm still hopeful. I'm still hopeful I can finish this and count this as another lip product empty before the end of the year. And that brings us to our 10th and final product to update you guys on today. And another product that I have hit my goal on, which I'm super excited about. It is my ELEVENTH Sunkissed, Forever Sunkissed bronzer, or primer infused bronzer in the shade Forever Sunkissed. And we do have a pan on this, which I am super excited about. And I feel like that's a pretty good size pan. My goal this year with bronzer was to hit pan on like 4 bronzers rather than try and use up like 1 or 2 bronzers, just so I could try and cycle through my bronzer collection a little bit more. I think I'll do the same for next year, but maybe try and, you know, challenge myself to finish up 1 powder bronzer before the end of the year. But I'm really excited to have hit pan on this, and I will be rolling this out and replacing it with another bronzer to try and get a head start on for next year. All right, so I do have 2 products to roll in to replace my Kosas concealer as well as my ELEVENTH bronzer. So to replace my Kosas concealer, I am going to replace it with another concealer, and I'm going to replace it with my Hourglass Vanish concealer. This is a very full coverage concealer, and it's also lighter. Like, it's probably too light for me even when I'm fair, but I can mix it with my Dior concealer, which ends up being a little bit too dark on me. I don't really know why I'm swatching this. This also is more full coverage, but I do feel like I'm like halfway through this because I do have, I don't know if you'll be able to see, I have a little bit of windowing right here, and this is not a concealer that I dislike by any means, but I also don't see myself repurchasing this. So I do like to pan products like that, products that I like and will enjoy using. I won't be hate panning them at all, but I also won't necessarily be going out to repurchase them. So it helps me move products out of my collection and make more space for new products. So that is gonna be the concealer that I roll in to replace. And then for the bronzer, I'm gonna roll in my Charlotte Tilbury Duo. This is the Film Star Bronze and Glow, the mini. And I purchased this last year during the Sephora VIB sale, and I'm gonna give myself a goal of, I don't know if I'll be able to hit pan on this by the next update or by the finale, but I'm gonna try and use this bronzer as much as I can, give myself a head start, and if I don't hit pan on this by the finale, then I will likely just roll this in to my 2022 introduction and try and hit pan on this, and maybe this will be my first bronzer pan of 2022. But this will be the product that's replacing my ELEVENTH bronzer, and after that, that is going to wrap it up and conclude this Rolling Project 10 pan update. I would love to know if you are currently working on panning anything, or if you've recently panned anything. What was it? How is your panning journey going this year? Are you looking forward to panning in 2022? Or are you gonna stop panning in 2022? Let a girl know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for sticking around to watch today's video and for supporting my channel as you guys always do. I love you guys so much, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.